48 Fastcast.
Welcome in. Time right now, 7:01. Thanks for joining us for our 48 Fastcast. Let's get right on over to Eric Burke. Eric, started out the day with some showers on the radar. Some of you may have seen them while you were waking up, but everything pushing out.
Yeah, kind of a deceptive start to the day with the cloud cover, the rain. We've got some areas of dense fog to deal with too, but that's not long-lived by any means. The rain continues to track off to the east. The fog probably gone within the next hour to maybe 90 minutes max. We'll see the clouds starting to push out, and we get to enjoy some of that June sunshine as we go through the rest of your morning and afternoon, but still tracking some activity here. Some pop-up showers through parts of Coleman County, also into Morgan County, and moving out of southern DeKalb County. Just a closer look here from center to Galesville and moving right over the Collinsville area. Some light rainfall, a little shower over you in Arab, but that's it. This is the last of the rain. We actually have a cold front coming in. We do have dense fog, and I think that's far more impactful for many of you through parts of northwest Alabama into middle Tennessee. You saw the most rainfall with those strong storms yesterday, and already seeing the fog starting to mix out there in DeKalb County. Temperatures have warmed up a couple degrees already, an indication of what's to come. We do have some drier air trying to filter into parts of middle Tennessee with that northwest wind ramping up. Wind today very light out of the northwest, 5 to 7 miles per hour.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
And beep traffic time with a couple accidents here this morning. The first one's affecting you in Hartselle and is slowing things down. This is if you're in South Hartselle. It's technically right by the Hartselle Aquatic Center on 31. And if you're trying to get from south to north in Hartselle right now on 31, it will slow you down. Also, what will slow you down is this accident on 565 westbound. Not much delay in and around the accident, but I'm sure there's a little bit of curiosity slowing you down eastbound. And then, of course, you come across County Line Road and you pump the brakes again. Here are your drive times to Care to Huntsville, now up to 34 minutes.
An attempted murder trial is expected to start in Lauderdale County today. Kenneth Herron is accused of shooting into a person's car back in 2023. No one was hurt, but the bullet did go through the windshield. Nearly a week after that happened, authorities say he led them on a chase that ended in a wreck. A jury in Herron's attempted murder trial was seated yesterday. Happening later this morning, we're expecting for a Morgan County judge to rule whether certain evidence can be used in the attempted murder trial of a Hartselle chiropractor. Brian Mann is charged with poisoning his wife Hannah in 2022 with lead. Yesterday, his legal team filed a motion to try and suppress evidence related to the lead that was found. Mann and his attorney are also questioning how the evidence was gathered. A jury was also selected in this trial yesterday. We're expecting those court proceedings to pick back up today. Also happening today, an Alabama death row inmate is set to be executed. Gregory Hunt murdered Karen Lane in her Walker County apartment in 1988. He was sentenced to death in 1990. Hunt is scheduled to be executed with nitrogen gas. He will be the third person put to death in Alabama this year. In Huntsville, Madison County prosecutors have charged a man with aggravated child abuse. Victavius Dennis was arrested after an infant was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Huntsville police tell us they believe Dennis was home alone with the baby at the time those injuries occurred. He is set to find out whether he will be granted bond at an Anias Law hearing tomorrow. For the first time in more than 15 years, the city of Huntsville is cutting its budget. This comes after sales tax numbers saw a big drop. Now the budget cuts total 1%, which is upwards of $10 million. As part of the cuts, Huntsville City Schools will lose about $1 million. Huntsville Mayor Tommy Battle says part of the issue stems from the fact that more people are shopping online. Even if you order online from a store in Huntsville, those taxes go to the state, not the city. New this morning out of Nashville, guests at the Renaissance Hotel in the downtown area have been evacuated after a large fire in a parking deck. Hotel guests reported smoke was billowing into the hotel. The police department believes the fire started on the 3rd floor. Police say they believe the ramp from the 3rd to the 4th floor collapsed on top of cars. The 5th floor of the deck then fell onto the 4th floor. Multiple cars were burned and witnesses reported hearing explosions. No word yet on any injuries. Well, still to come, there is a fluffy new addition to the Limestone County Sheriff's Office. We will introduce you to Charlie after the break. Welcome back. Well, it is real life Paw Patrol in Limestone County as the sheriff's office has just added a new furry addition to the team. Check it out. Charlie, the golden doodle, has now joined the ranks, but he is more than just your typical pet. Sheriff Josh McLaughlin says at first the idea was just to have an office dog, but he soon realized Charlie could serve his community in a much bigger way, bringing comfort during uncomfortable situations that are bound to happen when working in law enforcement. If a victim or a child comes in dealing with a difficult situation, Charlie steps in and holds out a helping paw. He's only 5.5 months old, but Sheriff McLaughlin says he's already made a huge difference and left a big impact.
If we have victims come in, they have anxiety or maybe it's not their best day, they see him and it kind of helps lighten it up. He just loves on them and they love on him. It can help a child unravel a little bit, and sometimes it'll help them if they need to talk to us. They'll be more comfortable talking to us. He just kind of sits there and he lays down, lets them love on him. He'll play with them if they want to play, and it can make a bad day a whole lot better.
He's also been visiting schools and attending every community event that the Sheriff's Department is a part of. McLaughlin says many are now claiming him as the unofficial mascot of the Sheriff's Office.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
Let's just make him the official mascot there. We'd love to see Charlie. Maybe he can stop by the station. What we look at as we go through the day today, northwest wind starts to usher in some drier air, and that's going to clear out the clouds very quickly. By late morning into lunchtime, temperatures will be in the upper 70s to even mid 80s under mainly sunny skies, and that's about as warm as we get going through the day today. Turns out to be a beautiful day to be outside if you're taking the kids to the park or you've got a pool day planned. Perfect day for that. Same thing tomorrow. Maybe a few degrees warmer. Isolated showers and storms possible on Thursday. That's our transition day. More humidity back in the forecast, and we are tracking rain and storms. Should be scattered at best for Friday afternoon, Saturday, as well as your Father's Day Sunday. Here's a look at satellite and radar. That's just the cold front itself coming through. That's what triggered the last of our rain showers. We won't see any strong storms like we had yesterday morning into the afternoon. Beautiful day Wednesday, and then the humidity does come back, but that's typical for June. And a look at Father's Day weekend. We are expecting periods of showers and storms. There is no organized threat of seeing severe weather like we've had lately, though. These would be more kind of hit and miss, erratic in nature.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Jeff. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you throughout the morning on our 48 News actual TV. So tune in there.